Ever since hiking the 40-mile Timberline Trail in 2018, I'd been looking for another long-distance hike to challenge myself with. I eventually stumbled on a roughly 43-mile hike in Tennessee called the Savage Gulf. After some research, I came up with a route. I would start at the Stone Door Trailhead and hike 4.1 miles to my first campsite, Alum Gap. The next day, I would hike 10.75 miles to Collins West Campsite on the southern edge of the park. Then, another 11.9 miles to Savage Falls. After that, 11.05 miles to Sawmill Campsite. And finally, on day 5, 4.95 miles back to the trailhead. So with enough supplies to last for the week ahead of me, I set foot onto the trail for a hike that would prove to be every bit as challenging as it was rewarding. Okay, I am right here. Go down this way. Now, perfect weather today. Feeling great. So nice to get out of that car. Yes. It's been a good while since I've done a really long distance trip. I've had that urge to do it, so I did not expect it to start with a nice paved path. But considering I'm doing 40 miles, I feel like that's a good, nice way to ease into it. I'm probably going to be going to that overlook over there. And for the rest of the week, I'm gonna be somewhere down in that valley off to the left. We're gonna go to the right, we're gonna go to the left. Absolutely beautiful. This is a colorblind viewer. Might be good for colorblind people, but not for people who aren't. It was a little bit warm today, but still manageable so far. There's a chance of rain later in the week, but we will think about that when it's time to think about it. Now it's time to enjoy the sunshine. Okay, we've officially hit the 1 mile mark. Looks like it's 3.2 miles to the campsite. And I'm pretty sure that the overlook here is the same one that we saw from the distance back there. Wow. Wow. So today I'm gonna be hiking somewhere back there, and that's where my campsite is. Tomorrow we're gonna come back around down through this valley here. We're gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. And then the next few days we're gonna be somewhere off in Never Never Land. On these rare instances where you do get a good overlook of the entire trail you're gonna be doing, it can look super daunting. But I found as long as I have enough equipment and I've given myself enough time and food and water, no problem. Oh, we're not going hungry this time. No way. There's one more overlook over here. Let's go take a look at this, and then let's get to the campsite. Oh, actually, you know what? One more thing. Will you marry me? I don't know what the answer was, but this is a good spot to propose, that's for sure. Wow, nice. So, this trail down here, as amazing as that looks, it's slightly longer to my campsite, and I'm gonna be on most of it tomorrow. I won't come back to this exact point, but wow, that looks so cool though. I'll tell you one thing, lots of days I really want to get in a lot of miles and I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to get to the campsite yet. Today is not one of those days. I'm not going to dilly-dally at all, and I'm going to relax at the campsite so hard. Looks like it's something out west or something. It is really crazy to think that at one time, humans were completely new to the world, and this is all there was. If you lived out here, there was no trail, there was no civilization to get back to, there was no backpack filled with water and food. You just lived out here and had to find what you needed. It just feels really good to be out here and kind of get that feeling a little bit. I think we're much better off in modern times, but man, it is nice to feel like, you know, like you actually live on the earth. Okay, just 1 mile left. I can do this. I am tantalizingly close now. You have to reserve campsites here, and I can't remember if I saw anybody else had reserved at this campsite as well. There's like 8 spots, but I feel like I'm the only one here. Either way, I'm gonna be very happy to be at this campsite. Okay, well, literally right after I said that, I saw 2 people camping over there. So there's at least one other group, but I think I see the entrance up ahead. Ooh, okay. Outhouse. Alum Gap Campsite, all right. All right, here we go. Oh man. Yo, this is some nice seating right here. Oh my God, I am really tired. I mean, I did do 6 hours of driving today, but this doesn't bode super well for tomorrow because I'm supposed to be doing 11 miles. Today, I hiked for 2 hours and 55 minutes and a total of 4.98 miles. All right, I just need a minute or two of rest, and then I can worry about dinner. I didn't start drinking coffee until I was like 30. Drank it for a couple of years. Thought to myself, where's this been all of my life? And then came the headaches and I realized, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Except for free lunch. On the menu today, we're going to start off with a little lasagna. This was sent to us by Xing-Chan. Thank you, Xing-Chan. Oh man, okay, I gotta get the water boiling. Oh man, my brain is like on 50% speed. Okay, while I'm waiting for that water to boil, let's take a look at my route. So we started here at the Stone Door Trailhead. We came down, that was the overlook. Then we came all the way across here to Alum Gap Camp. Tomorrow, we're gonna go take the lower path down through the valley, come back up, connector trail, keep going, keep going, keep going, and then come all the way down to Collins West Camp. And then over the course of the next 4 days, we're gonna come all the way back up around, camp over here, come back over here, camp again, and then head out. Anyways, we're gonna see how I do for the next few days because it always depends on how you feel in the morning. You can't really judge how you're gonna do the next day until you get up in the morning. Oh, but I imagine once I get a good meal in me, get a good sleep in me. You know, it's just occurred to me that this probably doesn't look super appetizing to you. They taste much, much better than they look, provided I rehydrated it enough. I did. Oh, man, that is surprising how great that tastes. Somewhere between real lasagna and Chef Boyardee. Tell you one thing the first humans did not have. They didn't have lasagna. Probably went to bed eating sticks and leaves. Not me though. Yo, I'm ready to go to sleep and never get up. Oh. Oh man, that feels so good. Oh, how does that feel so good? Oh my God. It's just before 9 o'clock. I am dead tired. I'm gonna sleep in the morning, get plenty of rest, and then we will tackle a very big hike tomorrow and the day after and the day after. And then one more day. Okay, see you in the morning. Okay, it's 8:05. I was so tired, I forgot to even close the tent. It's a very good thing there's no bugs. Okay, let me wake up a bit and then get some breakfast and head out. So on the menu this morning is a little slightly lasagna-y apple cinnamon oatmeal. This is gonna be my cooking thing throughout the trip so I don't have to clean anything. I regret to inform you, you can taste the lasagna. Nonetheless though, that's good eating. First stop is Ranger Falls. That's actually gonna be an extra mile out of the way, half mile in, half mile back out, but I think I need to go see it, so feeling great. Who would have thought 11 hours of sleep really does a body good? So this isn't actually Ranger Falls. This is another waterfall that's not marked on my map. But man, this place is beautiful. there's one thing I found for water like this, is you have to see it in person to understand how treacherous it is. It doesn't look that treacherous when you're just looking at it on a video. But man, in person, it is menacing. I think I'm gonna have this as a water source through most of the trip. So to keep my pack light, I'm not gonna fill up just yet. Still got water, right? Yep. All right, let's go. Just now I was thinking to myself, I feel like I've been trapped in a water current like that before. And then I realized I was just thinking of the time I played Death Stranding. Fall in one of those creeks, lose all of your packages. Death Stranding feels a lot like hiking the video game. Okay, 1.82 miles hiked so far. We've done just about an hour. I don't think there's any better feeling than being really deep in a trail, being completely by yourself. Oh, the birds are chirping, water's flowing. This is not my idea, but probably the best metaphor that I've heard for being a human. It's like an elephant and somebody riding it. If you want to feel this way, you got to give the elephant what it wants, which apparently is solitude in nature, and the rider can help navigate the elephant to it. Is this Ranger Falls? I think Ranger Falls is just up ahead. Go a little bit up the trail, then we go half mile into the falls. If this one's not even marked on the map, Ranger Falls must be amazing. All right, I'm gonna guess that this is coyote poop. Is there a difference between coyotes and wolves? Man. Speaking of first humans, I have no knowledge that the first humans had. And conversely, all the knowledge I do have, first humans did not have. Although my knowledge in a survival situation is not very useful. I could put together a computer for you though. Okay, so Ranger Falls is a half mile in. That's gonna add 1 mile to our trip today, but I'm not gonna come all the way down here and not see these falls. Where did we go? It says to follow the blue blazes. There's a blue blaze over there. I would imagine there's a time of the year where this is also filled with water. Maybe? Looks like the stream is pretty crossable. Well, I guess even if I needed to wade through, the water is extremely calm. Trail's over there. Might be a little slick here, but this is definitely a lot safer than what I did at the Timberline Trail. Oh my God, man, that was terrifying. All right, I'm gonna cross over. Okay, that was a little tricky to cross, but managed to stay dry as well. Let's go check out these falls. You know, the water is not flowing right now. So I hope that there's a waterfall. I think I can hear it. But it will be a little bit crunchy if it turns out that there is no waterfall at the end of this rainbow. Can't see it yet, but I definitely hear water now. Sounds pretty intense. I'm assuming this is gonna live up to expectations, but we'll see. That is impressive. It has lived up to expectations. Woo! A very impressive waterfall. It's spraying all the way from out here. Woo! It's loud too. Oh man. It looks kind of like somebody set up an unofficial camp over here. I don't actually think this would be that great of a campsite because it'd be really loud and wet. You can tell this section of the forest is just being constantly sprinkled by this waterfall because the vegetation is so much more lush than the rest of the forest. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, I still have a very, very long way to go today, so let's get back. On the plus side, the sun is starting to poke out. That's always rejuvenating, especially after this very, very long winter. This spring is gonna be extra special because it's gonna feel like not only is the season changing, but just the state of the world kind of looking a little more bright, a little more positive, I hope. Feels kind of weird to get such an early start. It's 10:12 a.m. There were many trips where by this time we haven't even woken up yet, let alone hiked for like 4 miles, seen an amazing waterfall, and still have many miles to go. Wasn't too much trouble crossing the first time. I don't anticipate any trouble this time. Okay, well, one foot got a little wet. I'll take it. That's not too bad. It's sunny out. Okay, let's continue on. Well, we're not back on the trail yet. Okay, well, a little more, then let's get back on the trail. Okay, we're headed to Connector Trail, 1.1 miles. I'm actually all out of water, and there's a path down here to get water. Yeah, I'm gonna fill up right now. I'm assuming the trail intersection is just up ahead though, but it's really nice when a trail has a lot of watering points. You don't have to carry too much water, and you always feel quite secure. Okay, since I'm stopped anyway, might as well have my lunch right now. For my daytime food, I've got these cashews. You know, I always get mixed nuts, and then I end up not wanting to eat any of the other nuts. So I don't get that much variety, but at least I get what I actually want. And to go along with that, I have peanut butter sandwiches for a week. By the end of the week, they might get a little bit gross, but I can live with that. Unless there's mold, in which case I can't live with that, but I guess we shall see. Okay, I'm going to Connector Trail. Let's see. This sign is telling me I've only hiked 3.1 miles today, minus the extra mile round trip I did for Ranger Falls. My watch is telling me I've done 5.83 miles. Up here, this trail would take me back to my car. It's 1.9 miles away. The Connector Trail is where we're headed. Okay, well the next major landmark is Sawmill Campsite. That's 3.3 miles away. Then once I hit that, I'm going south another 3 miles, I think. I thought I did the mileage and it was only 9.5 or something today. But it's definitely gonna be way over 10. I think this should be doable, but we're gonna have to make steady progress all day. I guess what'll happen is once we get to Sawmill Campsite, we can see how much progress we've actually made. You need to have reservations for the campsite, so I can't really stay there unless I can get signal. But I think we can do this. Let's go. Let's go. Wow, this is a beefy little bridge here. Whoa. Oh, it's kind of scary. It's moving. Oh, mama. This is actually quite terrifying. Oh, mama. That was surprisingly terrifying. It's like a rope bridge only made out of metal. Thank you to whoever put that up. But that is quite scary. Okay, we're making some good progress. Apparently there's another bridge not too far up ahead. I don't know if it's gonna be like this one, but in any case, we're gonna do the same thing and scurry across it as fast as possible. Ah! Ooh! The sun is tricky, man. You can just ignore it, ignore it, ignore it, and then suddenly you've got sunburn, and you're like, whoops. I'm gonna be proactive on that today. I hate sunscreen a lot, but I hate sunburn even more. Ugh. It's 12:46 p.m. We've been hiking for 5 hours, 8 miles. How much farther do I have still?
So obviously, there are many times of the year where this is filled with water, and that's what the bridge is for. But I guess this is not one of those times. Well, since somebody took all the trouble to make this bridge, let's go ahead and go up it, even though it is terrifying. Wow, this is so scary. How? What? Okay. I kind of don't want to, but I'm going to anyway. Let's go. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. It's shaking already. Wow, that is... Oh, geez. Oh, jeebus. This is like Indiana Jones. Why is this so terrifying? I don't understand. Oh, I mean, it's obvious why it's terrifying, but oh, it's very terrifying. Okay, I'm just gonna get off this bridge. What am I doing? Let's go slowly, but surely, one step at a time. Oh man, it's really bouncing now. Woo! Oh my goodness. I'm gonna assume that it must just be easier to make a bridge like this because as far as crossing it, this seems very sketchy. I don't know. It's probably quite sturdy, but oh, that was a little bit terrifying. I mean, that is pretty high up there, dude. Okay, let's continue on. We're about 1.3-ish miles to the next destination. It's gonna be flat for a little bit and then just a whole bunch of uphill until we get to the campsite. Okay, starting to feel the fatigue now. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I started way up there somewhere, went all the way down there, came back, and now I'm coming up this way. Now, we're gonna go somewhere off in Never Never Land that way. But I think up there might have even been the overlook that I was looking at yesterday. I feel like I can see a building. Can I see a building up there? There is a building up there. Is that the ranger station? Well, there's something up there. There's a lot of times in life where you'll think that you're like really far behind. You see the task in front of you and you're like, man, I'm never gonna be able to do that. But you just gotta start at some point. And then eventually, before you know it, you're like, wow, I did a lot. But hiking is very analogous to that. Okay, apparently this is the Gator Savage Historic Site. I'm assuming somebody maybe lived down here back in the day and they just left it up. There should be a trail. Yeah, let's go check it out. This trail is already quite a bit longer than I thought it would be. Man, I thought the mileage was gonna be shortest today. This may be my longest day, especially with all these detours. And while I don't really wanna add extra miles, I do really wanna see what's in here. And that waterfall was totally worth it. So let's see if we can go 2 for 2 on detours. Wow, can you imagine living out here back in the day? You would really just have to subsist on everything out here because getting out of here would take ages. Wow. Wow, this is beautiful. Yo, if you could make it work and had some friends living out here, that'd be good times. Whew. Let's go take a look inside. Roof looks new. Maybe this was a furnace at some point. Big stove. Actually, maybe there was more of the building here. You can kind of see foundation. During the daytime, this is absolutely beautiful. Just the type of nice cabin you'd come to while adventuring. But at nighttime, this would be a little bit terrifying. For me, apparently everything's terrifying or amazing. Okay, it's 1:41. I would guess I have somewhere under 5 miles left to go today, which that's roughly what I did yesterday. And I didn't start until like 3 o'clock yesterday, so I think we're actually doing pretty well on time. Sawmill campsite next. A little lunch. Well, lunch 2.0. Take a break and we'll continue on. All right, let's go. Woo! This is a long one. It's really not the height that's the problem. It's the bouncing. When you get to the middle, it really starts bouncing. Woo! This is where I'm headed today, Collins West Campsite, 4 miles from here. Today's Tuesday. On Thursday night, I'm coming back here to Sawmill Campsite. But that's good, at least now I know how much mileage I have left. For now, let's eat and take a break. Oh, wow, it feels really good to sit down. Still good. Well, one thing I figured out for sure is that the mileage on the official map is not the same as the mileage on those signs. This sign says it's 4 miles to the next campsite. The official map says it's only 3.7. I'm gonna take at least a half-hour break here and give my body a chance to refresh. Hasn't been quite half an hour yet, but I really don't want to get up. So if I don't get up now, I may never get up. Oh yeah. So this is what despair feels like. I do need water. I'm gonna run out pretty soon, but that looks dry as a bone and I don't want to hike any extra, so I'm just gonna keep going. I've got plenty of daylight, so that's not the issue. The issue is just putting one foot in front of another. Whoa! I'm not sure I can get around this. Let's go take a look down here. I mean, this looks like people have been walking on it, so... Oh, there's a white blaze over there. So yeah, we do gotta cross. I wonder if the trail used to be over here. And then when the tree fell, they were just like, just ride around. I'm not sure. My problem now is that from here all the way to the campsite, it's nothing but uphill. What's weird is that I have many times in my life had the sense that nothing interesting is ever going to happen again, and that I've kind of peaked, so to speak, and I'm constantly proven wrong. Although there is that phrase, I think it's like an ancient Chinese curse, but it's like, may you live an interesting life. And as the past year has kind of shown everyone, boring and normalcy is kind of nice too. Then again, when things go wrong, it makes for a much more interesting story. Not that I'm wishing for anything to go wrong. Wow, having a campsite to get to really puts your feet to the fire. If this was Camp Anywhere, I would have camped so long ago. I've seen a grand total of 5 people today. It's a group of 3 teenage guys and an older couple who were heading to my campsite. Man, that was hours ago. When I saw them, I was like, guys, it's gonna be another 4 or 5 hours. So, hope they made it. They might not have made it yet, actually. I haven't made it yet. I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep moving or I'm gonna lie down. Yo, it is nice and cool down here. Nice little breeze. Oh yeah. Wow, it's nice. I love weird nooks and crannies like this, man. It would be amazing to have like scuba gear, go under there, see what's down there. I'm sure there's some sort of dungeon down there. Woo! There is an absolutely massive looking waterfall up ahead. It's called Horsepound Falls, and I hope I can see it from the trail because I'm actually approaching my physical limit. Whew. It's getting rough. It's getting rough, y'all. I can't come all this way and not do it. Oh, I'm just gonna leave my pack. Let's just flit down there, flit right back up. Is flit the right word? I don't know. Oh yeah, I would have regretted it. This is such a short trail. Woo! Okay, very cool, but I gotta go. I gotta get to a campsite where I can sit down and lie down and eat and not move for the rest of my life. This is a pretty fun way to find out what my physical limits are. I'm approaching them rapidly. Ooh. GPS says we got exactly 2 miles left. Ah. How do you guys feel about suffering by yourself versus suffering with others? I kind of go back and forth because on the one hand, it's nice to commiserate, but on the other hand, it's like you kind of take on the suffering of others, so it, in a way, kind of magnifies the suffering. When you're by yourself, you're like, well, at least it's just me suffering. Yo, if you know what that is, please shout it out in the comments. That's not something that happens every day where you see an insect that you've never seen before or anything like it. That thing looked like either a tiny hummingbird or a flying lobster. 1 mile left. I can do this. Well, I think I can do it. It's nothing but uphill. Almost there. I can hear Suter Falls just up ahead, which means we're real close. Ooh! Actually not Suter Falls. We're still close, but not as close as I had hoped. Okay, I think this is Suter Falls coming up. Well, if there is a better vantage point, oh, there it is. Maybe there's 2 falls, I don't know. Got another bridge up ahead. Oh, we're so close. I can taste the campsite. It tastes like pad thai. Yeah. Wow, this trail has some great waterfalls and terrifying bridges. Woo! Oh my God, I'm so close, man. I can feel it. Slow and steady. A slip up now, and I would never be able to live the regret down. Woo! Exit, that is a good sign. A good sign indeed. My brain is so focused on getting out of here that I think I just now processed that might be one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. Wow! Man! Absolutely thrilling. Oh, my good God. 0 miles, that's what I'm talking about. Collins West campsite, 1/3 of a mile! That is simultaneously great and a huge gut punch. 1/3 of a mile? Well, let's take a break and then do the last bit. It almost doesn't seem real. Oh man. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real. I don't understand, man. Okay, let me double check the distances on this map because I definitely did 16 miles today. And the map said that it was gonna be 9.5. Even factoring in an extra mile for Ranger Falls and an extra mile for that cabin, there's no way, dude. The first leg was 1.95 miles. Ranger Falls is supposed to be 0.8. Next leg was 1.15. Next was 0.55, 1.3, 1.3, 0.5, 1.3, 1.9. Okay, well, factoring in Ranger Falls is 10.75 miles. I don't know how I did 16 miles. I do walk a little extra compared to most people, but there's no way, man. Well, that makes me a little bit nervous about the next 2 days, next 3 days. I guess we'll just see how I feel in the morning. Time to cook up some food. I've always wondered if I had it in me to do 15 miles in a day. The answer is an emphatic sort of. Cause like, I'll hear other people backpacking, they're like, oh yeah, I did 15 miles, 20 miles. This is by far the longest I've ever hiked. Well, not by far. I think the longest before this was probably like 13, 14 miles. Because I did 16 miles, but I don't know if I could do that again. I guess we'll see tomorrow. Then again, tomorrow's only 10 miles. Supposedly. Yesterday's meal was a little bit disappointing, but today will more than make up for it. True lime. True crime. True lime. Oh my god, dude. And it's a solid 680 calories to replenish the 2,200 I burned today. Well, probably 4,000. 4,000 plus. The good news is tomorrow looks like it's almost entirely flat. There's gonna be a little bit of uphill left, but then it's just all flat, and that's gonna be the day after too. If we end up doing way more than 10 miles, it'll be much more manageable than today. Ooh. Oh, it's my foot. Okay, it is 7:40. I'm actually not super tired. But I'm gonna lie down and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall asleep immediately, so far so good. See you in the morning. Went to bed about 7:40 and got up about 7:40. Not feeling sore anywhere, so I think we're mostly sitting pretty. A little more pad thai with my oatmeal today. That's okay. Today we will do cinnamon and spice. It smells like pad thai, but it tastes like oatmeal. Delicious. Okay, so my GPS app says that it's 10.3 miles. The actual map says that it's 11.9. So it's very possible today is gonna be just as much of a hike as yesterday, only it's gonna be flat at least. Feeling pretty good. Let's just go. There's nothing else to do, baby. Wow. Wow. That is a sight to behold. Do you see those bluffs in the distance? I came from over there, I think, but I've been like an ant, just slowly walking. You can see it all from up here. Feeling pretty good today. I can't believe how good I feel, considering how beat I was yesterday. Good night of sleep will solve everything. A lot of rock scrambling today. It's kind of hard to even see the trail. Blaze is up there though. All right, got another bridge. Oh, this is a long one. Not as high as the other ones, but the water looks real deep and scary. Whoa, it's swaying. Oh my God. I don't know why those are so terrifying. I'm sure they're perfectly solid and aren't gonna fall apart. But while you're on it, it does not feel like that. Woo! All right, there's a trail. Down here? Oh, it's down here. I can scarcely believe it, but I think that's the end of the uphill. It's forest for me the rest of the way, for today anyway. Maybe I can even get to the campsite early and just like enjoy the afternoon. Oh, that would be really nice. I brought books on my phone to read. I've had 0 time or energy to read them. Well, maybe not 0. I read like 2 pages last night in bed and my eyes closed on their own. Wow, the views may not be as spectacular, but good God, this is nice. Perfectly level ground, no rocks. Oh, good forest, oh my God. Come on, man, come on. Pack is so heavy. I mean, the pack is definitely getting lighter. I'm just getting more tired. I'll lighten my load a little more. Yesterday, I was down on that side of the valley, camped somewhere over there, and then came back up here. Now, we're gonna continue over there, past there, keep going around, and go who knows where, way over there. I've done a trail this long before, but for some reason, this one just feels so much longer. Maybe it's because I have to get to specific campsites, and I would never do 16 miles voluntarily. Of course, I didn't know it was 16 miles before I left. Would have adjusted my route and added another day. Oh well, I'm managing. Let's keep moving. It's too bad I can't fly like that bird. Whew. The sign says we're 5 miles in. My watch says I'm 5.8 miles. So maybe the big discrepancy is that the pedometer is just not completely accurate. Honestly, my biggest problem now is my pack is just too heavy. I take only the essentials, and still I just can't seem to get it under 30 pounds. I think it's just the fact that my backpack itself weighs 6 pounds is really causing me problems. The other problem is I don't have hips, man. I keep that thing cinched so tight and it still just goes all up on my shoulders. My legs are totally fine right now. My shoulders are killing me. Well, oh well, nothing I can do about that right now. I'm having a somewhat difficult time getting myself to move. Okay, so I've done 6.2 miles. My campground is 8 miles away. That is kind of distressing, man. The official map doesn't have even close to the right mileage. How? Why? What? I guess that kind of explains why I'm so beat. I never do this much mileage in a day. Okay, well, my campsite tonight is the Savage Falls campground. It says it's 8 miles. 8 miles? That's 14.2 miles. Okay, that's not a wrinkle I expected just yet. It's raining. Clouds don't look like it. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and Friday, but I didn't think it was gonna rain today. Ooh, this could make the trip even more interesting. May you live in interesting times. I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Doesn't look like rain. Honestly, it feels kind of good right now because it's cooling off the air quite a bit. But whoa, boy, this could be ugly. Yep, usually stops raining just as soon as you try to mitigate it. All that effort. A dead stop. You're back. I think the campsite is just up ahead. Not the campsite I'm staying at, but one I could take a break at. If I had known these trails were going to be this long, I definitely would have stayed at different campsites. Maybe cut the trip a little bit shorter. I mean, it's only 1:30, so I'd be at camp for a long time, but I could have taken my time and also not have been quite as tired. Oh well, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. We can do this, we can do this. Ooh. I'm going this way. Let's go take a break. So I did a little experiment, and at the last junction, it said it was 1 mile to this campsite. So I took a picture of my watch, and at 1:05 p.m., I was at 7.34 miles. At 1:29 p.m., I was at 8.27 miles. So I think the watch is fairly accurate as far as distance. In any case, I think I'm about halfway done for today. So I got to keep my mental state right and not think that I'm almost done. I'm not even close to almost done. We're like halfway, baby. So let's enjoy this Sammy, take a break, and then get a move on. There's probably some saying like expectations are the enemy of contentment or something. But I think that's a big part of the problem. My expectations have been completely off. The mileage that I thought I was going to be doing has been nothing like what is actually happening. So my GPS app is telling me it's 4 miles. The official map is saying it's 4.9 miles. The last sign said that it was 8 miles and we just did 1 mile, so 7 miles. So I've got 3 different results here: 4 miles, 4.9, or 7 miles. Which is it? I have no idea. But just to under-promise and over-deliver, so to speak, I'm going to think that it's 7 miles and then hope that it's more like 4 miles, but we'll see. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. It was a good break. Let's go. You're back. Hopefully the visuals have done it justice, but I definitely have not properly emphasized just how amazingly beautiful this trail is. I feel like I've been doing nothing but complaining for the last 24 hours. I'm actually having a great time. Just a little surprised about the distance, you know. It's a beautiful day. Stream is flowing, not too hot. Got everything I need right here. It's a good day. It is hard to imagine, but we started way over there. That seems like lifetimes ago. That was like 2 days ago. Tomorrow, we're gonna be along that bluff on the top of it. Wow, just primo brezets. Primo brezets, baby. Wow. Why is it upside down? You could probably make a pretty short, probably kind of mundane documentary about how this car got here. We're never gonna know though. All right, let's keep going. Well, this is probably the road that the car got in on. There's an overlook here, and I'm gonna go just for you. Not for me, for you. Oh man. At the very least, we can share our disappointment. Okay, let's go. I don't think we're that far. I think the lower end of the mileage spectrum was probably right. There was no way it was 7 miles from that last campsite. I think it's gonna be more like 4. You know, the other day I was playing the very last level of Super Mario 3D World. It's called Champions Road. It's very, very difficult. When you first start playing it, you die over and over and over again. Then after like 2 weeks of playing every day, you beat it. In that 2-week process, never once did I think that I wouldn't eventually be able to beat it. And when you hike really long distances like this, it's weird how inevitable it is. You're like, I'm going to get there eventually. It's just a matter of how long it takes. I'm sure there's a limit to where my body would just give out. I haven't found it yet. So tomorrow, I'm gonna swing around this way, keep going over here, and just keep going all up on top of that bluff. And there's some waterfalls down there, and I believe that the Savage Falls is over this way, which is where my campsite's at. Okay, just a tiny bit longer. I think I'm gonna have to have dessert tonight. I got something special that I've been saving for a while, not on purpose, but okay, yeah, let's go. I'm really close. I think there's one more turn and then I'm there. Oh, yes. 7 hours, 48 minutes of hiking. Not as much as yesterday, but still a good amount. Oh God, it's a ways back though. Oh man. Campsite 2, there's 3, finally campsite 4. Okay. Looks like it's just me today. I don't see anybody else. Unless they just haven't shown up yet. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Look who's 40. Almost 40. My watch pedometer said that it was 5.26. The official map said 4.9. The GPS said 4 miles. And then that sign said 4.2. Whatever, I'm gonna stop caring about that. All that matters now is that I'm here and it is glorious. So good. I've got this beer braised chicken stew from Marie Fisher. And instead of having 2 of those, I'm gonna have a little dessert. Dark chocolate cheesecake mix. This just looks like straight up cake batter in here. Okay, remove chocolate crumb topping. Add 2/3 cup of cold water to filling mix. Beat briskly for 2 minutes. I don't know if I have it in me to beat it for 2 minutes. This is gonna be 600 calories of cheesecake. And I think when you've done 2 half marathons in as many days, you're allowed to eat 600 calories of cheesecake. Considering, I mean, I eat 600 calories of cheesecake for no reason, let alone for doing a marathon in 2 days. All right, we gotta taste test it so I can get this spoon clean. That is good. I don't know how long I've had this thing, man. I've taken this on so many trips, and every time I'm like, oh, I'm not hungry enough for this yet. I gotta be really hungry. Really make this worthwhile. I think today counts. Oh my God, life is worth living, baby. It's time to give this cheesecake a try. I'm unsure if that looks appetizing or not, on camera anyway. It looks great to me, but bite number 1. I mean, it doesn't taste anything like cheesecake, but it tastes like chocolatey goodness. Which is enough for me, baby. If I had any energy left, I would be doing a dance of joy right now. Well, nope, no energy. It's supposed to start raining at some point tonight or tomorrow. I gotta mentally prepare that tomorrow is gonna be just as long as today was. Because in my head, it kind of feels like there's only 1 day left. No, there is a full day tomorrow, and it will be compounded by the rain. I don't know, we'll see. Let's get in the tent and relax. Oh. Not a bad view. Good sunset, good breeze. Man, you know, there's a balance between working harder, not smarter, and working harder. Because on the one hand, you just need to work hard at whatever it is you're doing. You need to actually push through and put some effort into it. But on the other hand, at some point you do need to take some time and look at the things that are holding you back. For me, it's that these pants are too big. I need to get a backpack that's not falling apart. I should write these down so I don't forget them later. I find that I can obsess a little bit too much over trying to optimize things instead of just being like, yo, this is not that big of a problem, let's just work through it and get the project done, or whatever it happens to be. But there's other things like backpacking equipment that I just don't look at enough and say, can I make this better? Anyways, like all things, it is a balance. Everything is a balance. Sleep, wake, wake, sleep. Oh, horizontal, vertical. Only horizontal right now, please. Dude, until you're actually in the rain, you forget how bad it can be. On the plus side, this tent is holding up like a champ. My last tent was defective because if it were this wet outside, the entire inside of my tent would be wet too. See how this looks wet? It's not wet, it's completely dry because this is waterproof, and that's what the bottom of a tent is supposed to do, is keep the water out. Look at that. Bing, bang, boom, dry as bone. My last tent, oh God, it would just be covered with water on the inside. People were telling me some nonsense like you have to have a footprint, otherwise it's gonna get wet on the bottom. That is not true.
The bottom of your tent is supposed to be waterproof with or without a footprint. Good on you, tent. That being said, it is sticky and moist and gross. Oh. May you live in interesting times, boy.
On the plus side, I finally have an occasion to use these frog togs that my buddy Lisa Truitt sent me a long time ago. I think I'm gonna forego breakfast today. I got some cashews, 2 peanut butter sandwiches. That should hopefully tide me over until this evening. Or maybe this afternoon, I don't know. Maybe the sun will break through at some point. If the rain doesn't stop and the sun comes out and dries everything, it is gonna be a soggy day and a soggy night. Okay, but first up, Savage Falls, just around the corner here. Let's go take a look and then continue on the trail. Well, you do definitely have to work for it. But overall, this is one of the most beautiful areas I've ever been to. Wow, amazing, man. And you know what's crazy is this is not even the best waterfall I've seen on this trip. Okay, that's a nice way to get the day started. Let's get moving. All these stairs. The rain is super, super heavy again. I think I'm just gonna keep moving. I don't relish the thought of crossing this. Keep moving. Keep it nice and steady. Smooth clip. This bridge actually isn't too bad. All right, made it. Let's keep moving. Quite soggy, very soggy. We are headed to none of those. Yes, these Hobbs Cabin campsites. We are past that, so we've got at the very least 7.3 miles today. I mean, it's gonna be 11, but. Okay, next up, Rattlesnake Point. Problem is, it's really hard to take this feeling back into the other parts of your life. Like when I'm warm and comfortable and well-fed and dry inside of a house, but also feeling kind of bored. It's hard to remember what this feels like, to appreciate that feeling. It's always so fleeting. You can feel that appreciation for a little while after a trip, but then after a while, you just totally forgot what this feels like. Although right now, this is pretty exhilarating. I'm feeling pretty good. All right, I believe this is Rattlesnake Point. Wow, Samuel and Ellen, thank you. Oh, this place is great. All right, we're making a decent clip. Let's keep going. Hobbs Cabin campsite, that's the direction we're going. We're on milepost 0, which will make it nice and easy to figure out how many miles we've done. Let's go. Another bridge. This looks like a short one. This feels like some sort of nature safari park or something. Got a choice to make here. If I go this way, this is actually gonna get me to the same place, and it'll be slightly shorter. 1.9 miles, I think. If I go this way, is a seemingly more direct route, but it's actually 2.5 miles because it zigs and zags more. It should look cooler though because it follows the water. This goes back into the forest. I'm gonna go this way and hope that this is not a mistake. So I'm gonna take this opportunity, cook up a little oatmeal, have a proper breakfast. This trail is especially great because it's got so many water sources. It's like I don't have to keep that much water with me because there's just always plenty of water. Oh yeah. Also, I will be reusing the chocolate cheesecake pouch with my oatmeal little chocolatey kick. So in that case, I better use the regular kind. It says oats and flax. Wind is picking up. I really hope it doesn't rain while I'm doing this. Please don't rain. Please do not rain. I beg of you. Probably should have left it in a bit longer. Huh? Man, I better hurry up and eat. This chocolate was a bad idea. Okay, that's where I could have came from, somewhere off in the forest. Next up for us is Hobbs Cabin, 3.4 miles. I kind of feel like I'm getting my sea legs, so to speak, a little bit. This is day 4, and I'm really making good progress, and I feel like I'm doing it pretty consistently. I guess we'll see, it's still early in the day, it's not even noon yet, but not too bad. Okay, Hobbs Cabin, 3.4 miles. I think we can do it. All right, let's head out. Dry socks, dry feet. Woo! Alright, I need a morale boost. It's 11:45 a.m. I'm not sure how far we've hiked. My watch is telling me 3.64 miles, but I didn't start it right away. Probably a good estimate is 5 miles maybe. Last sandwich. Oh, these got better over time. Guess they had to ferment or something. Okay, now ain't this a beautiful sight? Hobbs Cabin, Sawmill Campsite, 3.5 miles away. Yes! Okay, 3.5 miles, I can do that, baby. Let's go check out Hobbs Cabin real quick. Do this last 3.5 miles. It's only 1 o'clock. We can get there early today. Oh! Hello? Yo, this is great! Yo, they got stuff here. Cooking stuff. Cooking spray, utensils, fire starting stuff. Dude, I didn't know this was a thing. This is great. Man, if I come back with the other guys, we might have to stay here. Wow, beautiful little cabin. That thunder is not very welcoming. Looks like the weather's moving this way. I'm going that way, so I might be okay. We shall see, let's go. I don't know why, but that just feels so energizing, man. See a cool cabin. I know how much distance I have to my campsite. It's not raining yet. Yes. rocky terrain is tough. We're just gonna keep going pretty much on the side of this mountain, hill, whatever you wanna call it, and eventually go down into the Gulf. Payoff is beautiful, but the price you pay is a difficult one. We're re-entering the forest, which hopefully means that the rock scrambling is done for a little while. I guess we'll find out. I can taste that campsite though, boy. I can taste it right in my mouth, where my taste buds are. Not too much longer now, maybe a mile away. And I just need a little bit of a push to get that final. What am I talking about? Anyways, I brought this chocolate hazelnut and almond butter spread. This is also from Shin-chan. Thank you, Shin-chan. This should get me over there. It's just nuts and sugar. Certainly doesn't look that appetizing, and probably even less so to you. But I'm enjoying it. Yo, bear. Okay, let's move on. The campsite's not going to enjoy itself. It needs me there. Give it meaning. Oh, they swing so much. It's very, very disconcerting. Oh, mama. This is actually swinging more than the other ones have. Yep, just steady forward progress. That's better. That uphill is not. Crap. In some ways, the beginning and middle of a hike are the easy parts, and the end is the hard part. Because at the beginning and the middle, you have no expectations of being done anytime soon, and you already feel despair. But then at the end of a hike, you're like, I should be done by now. That's when you feel that zettai zetsubo. It just washes over the body. Okay. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. Oh baby, 0.4 miles to Sawmill campsite. 0.4 miles and I'm done for the day. It's only 3:50 p.m. I got plenty of time to relax. Beautiful day. I got a meal waiting for me in my backpack. It's dry. Perfection. Oh, that's my campsite. Yes. Yes. Campsite 8, baby, that's me. Yes! Woo! Woo, mama. Woo! Now I know why they call it Savage Gulf. These trails are savage.
You are not my son.
Something like 12.1 miles today. Took us around 6.5 hours. So this was by far the fastest day yet. At the beginning of the day, we were really cooking, man. Oh, man. Oh, that feels so good. Okay. Yes. Let's get this tent set up. So I'm actually not too sure what this meal is. Some sort of southwestern black bean, corn, spicy thing. Anyway, somebody probably sent it to me, so if you sent it, thank you. I apologize for not writing down who sent it. Oh, I'm so hungry. This is gonna be the best meal of my life. Oh, really hot. You know what? Let's eat this in a more bug-free environment. Man, it's got some good flavors. You know, tomorrow is post-hike meal day. Just enough food to get me out of here. I'm gonna have to rely on that post-hike meal just to survive. Oh, this is great.
I slept like a log. It is amazing how much easier it is to sleep when it's cold outside. This is the last day. Let's get packed up, have some oatmeal, and let's get out of here. It is chilly willy this morning, boy. Woo. Man, this is so reminiscent of all those mornings getting up for school, and you're so cold and you're like, why am I up right now? Only this is actually enjoyable. This is taking on every smell that has ever smelled. Oatmeal, lasagna, pad thai, beer braised chicken stew, random Southwest skillet, apple cinnamon oatmeal. Oh, that maple and brown sugar, boy. This is gonna be kind of savory and sweet. Okay, even that was kind of surprising for me, how salty that was. Okay, I'm pretty much packed up. I'm gonna eat, find some water, find the trailhead. It's a good day already, man. Gotta take it slow and steady today, and I will be home free. So I'm completely out of water, and I'm just gonna get started on the trail first because I'm not thirsty yet, and there's plenty of sources of water, so we'll grab some on the way. 5 miles, we're out of here.
I really love it when the weather report's wrong. It's supposed to rain today and all day yesterday. I lucked out. Beautiful day, beautiful morning. It's a great day. Down there is the Gator Savage Cabin we visited the other day. We will not be going there today. Good to see it again. I'll see you later. Ascended, I don't know how many feet, but we were down at the river, way in the valley. Now we're almost up top again. I also need to find some water. Getting a little thirsty. All right, water everywhere, so let's all have a drink. All right, I'm fairly certain that is our destination. It is gonna be a heck of a climb, but I think we can do it. Here we go. Okay, stone door, that's where I'm headed. 2 people are coming down right now. First people I've seen in 2 days. Okay, it's 0.9 miles to the overlook, and then it should be flat, another mile to my car. So the 2 people who just came down, they're headed to Hobbs Cabin, which is 6.7 miles away. It never fails that at the beginning of a trip, I'm super excited. I'm so happy to be going. And when I see people leaving, I'm like, oh man, I don't envy you. And then when I'm leaving, it is the exact opposite. Woo! I can see the overlook. We're almost there. This is it. Made it. That feels good. It doesn't get much better than this, man. Okay, it is now snowing for some reason. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider supporting us on patreon.com/adventure. You can watch the episodes early, you can check out commentaries for the episodes, and you can see bloopers from the episodes. We also have t-shirts available. You can check it out in the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Somehow I did this whole thing. Doesn't seem possible, but man, you keep pushing at something. You'll eventually get it. We are almost out of here, provided my car is still at the parking lot. I know we love to make fun of you for it, Thomas, but man, having a change of clothes is not bad. Okay, it's time to get on the road, get some food. Okay, here we go. Last time I did a 40-mile trip, I got a big burger and a bunch of fries. But I didn't show it. And far be it from me from denying the viewer the post-hike meal. So, here it is. 1,000 calories of American hamburger. Why? There's pickles on the bottom of the hamburger for some reason. All I can say is, oh my goodness, oh my damn, oh my goodness. They're going ham! That is fantastic. Wow. And I got an accidental tech podcast I can listen to. What a week. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're going ham. I'm gonna finish this up. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting us on Patreon. Thank you for buying a t-shirt. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. I'm thinking, once we get to Connector Trail, what? I'm gonna feel like $2 million buckaronis. I'm gonna have some rice-a-roni. Actually, no, I'm not having rice-a-roni. I'm having something much better. Let's keep going, baby. It's like I'm playing tennis. You gotta grunt on every step. My pants keep falling down. The only thing I'm gonna remember from this trip is my pants falling down and trying to get this cell phone out of my pocket with this thing blocking it. All my extra loose pants for nothing. Nothing. I think that's a big part of the problem. What was that? Right now I'm very hungry. And now we play the waiting game. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Yes. Now into my mouth. Oh, my shoulder. My shoulder. That hurt like a mofo. What even happened just now? I don't even know. Do this. Oh, I hate this thing. Oh, I hate that so much. Oh, God. Oh. God, I hate this tripod. Oh. No more tripod shots. I think I've done my due diligence. I'm gonna throw this tripod in the garbage, and I'm never taking it out, and I'm quitting making videos because of this tripod.
Just beat it, beat it, beat it. No one wants to beat it. Show them how funky strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just beat it.